This ministry content is brought to you by the partners of Terri Ministries.
Hey everyone, I'm Kassidi and I am so excited you're here with me today. If you don't know me, I'm Terri's daughter, and today I'm taking you into one of the best video podcasts we've ever released. Seriously, this one is packed with wisdom that can change your life. You're about to hear a story that will challenge the way you think about success. And my mom, she's revealing 3 powerful habits that can take you to the next level. So, let's dive in.
I heard a story about a lady years ago at a market one day, and she ran into the famous artist Picasso. And she said, "Picasso, can you draw me a portrait?" He said, "Sure, I'll draw you a portrait." He reached for a pen and paper, and within 30 seconds, he sketched an identical portrait of this lady. He handed it back to her, and he said, "That'll be $30,000. She said, "What? How can you charge me $30,000 when it took you 30 seconds to do this?" You know what he said? "It took me 30 years to be able to do this in 30 seconds. Here's my point. People are rewarded in public for what they practice in private. By the way, I'm terrisavellefoy, your cheerleader of dreams, and today I want to reveal 3 simple habits you absolutely need to practice in private if you're serious about improving your life in the new year. So let's get right into it. Habit number 1 is keep a planner. Now, I believe a major key to success is planning. And I'm not only a strong advocate of planning your dreams and your goals over the next 5 years, but also planning the next hour. Now, here's what I've learned that's enabled me to, write 13 books in 13 years, grow this YouTube channel, host my Icing women's events across the USA, and next year we're having one in London, England in May of 2023. But here's how I've been able to do that. Number 1, use one planner. You know, focus is the number 1 key ingredient to achieving your dreams and goals. Well, in order to get focused, you need to get organized. Now, I learned years ago to record every single thing in one consistent planner. You know, organizing expert Julie Morgenstern, she said, "You have one life, you need one planner." In other words, don't use one planner for work, one for personal, one for your kids' agendas, one for your gym workouts or meal planning. I used to do that, and it's exhausting just trying to find all the planners, right? Number 2 is write everything down. Don't rely on memory alone. Get everything out of your head and onto paper. Now, I'm telling you, this alone will alleviate stress. If you just make a list of all the things you have to do, no matter how big or small, you're going to feel so much more accomplished when you check those items off your list and you move on to the next task. Plus, our flesh loves a good check mark, don't we? Here's what I found out. 81% of the wealthiest people in the world have a to-do list. And only 19% of the poor do this. Well, Habakkuk 2:2 says, "Write the vision, make it plain." This includes your vision for the day, the week, the month, right? And it's amazing how much time we can waste when we don't have a written plan for the day. Also, it's amazing how much money we waste when we go into a grocery store without a written list, right? Rather than just go down the list and get what we need, we usually grab whatever grabs us. We end up wasting money and time. Well, it's the same with life. Okay, number 3. Practice the Sunday night strategy. Honestly, you can do this any day of the week and any hour, but I always plan my entire week out on Sunday night. And it just sets you up to succeed by having your whole week thought out and organized. You no longer wake up wondering what the day will bring. No, you bring it, right? You get up Monday morning with a vision, a plan, ready to succeed on purpose. You know, I like to think of it like, kind of like a car stuck in the mud. Think of yourself like this. You need just enough traction to move an inch and then you can move out, right? You can move on with your life. Well, that's what happens when you grab a journal and a pen and you start thinking on paper, writing your plans, scheduling your priorities, just like that car. You're going to get traction in your life and you're going to get out of a rut and start moving on with discipline like never before. Does that make sense? Okay, habit number 2 is to embrace the morning hours. You know, the most successful people in the world get up early. Now, I'm not saying we all have to get up at 5 o'clock like I do, but early enough to invest in yourself. And this habit right here will thrust your life years ahead. Trust me on this. In fact, I read where 44% of the wealthiest people in the world get up 3 or more hours before they go to work. And there's a reason they do. You know, I heard Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson say that no matter what time he has to be somewhere, he backs up his alarm 4 hours from when he needs to arrive to get up, and that way he can invest in himself before investing in everyone else. And they said, well, Dwayne, what if your call time is 7 o'clock in the morning? You get up at 3 in the morning? He said, yep. Well, they cherish the morning hours to get up and invest in themselves. And you might say, to do what? To read, to pray, to journal, to make declarations, to listen for God, to be alone. They start the day productive. See, your energy is at its highest at the start of the day, and you just feel so good the rest of the day when you start out productive. Arnold Schwarzenegger said, people always say, I need 8 to 10 hours of sleep. He said, sleep faster. I sound just like him, I know. Okay, and before I share the third habit, I want to mention my special offer this week because we've never had this many people respond to an offer. So I'm doing it again this week. Now, I would say it's the greatest tool I have to help you get serious about making 2023 the greatest year you've ever had. It's my online vision board course, which you've probably heard about by now. Normally sells for $97 for only $8. That's it. $8. You're going to get everything that everybody else got for $97 for only $8. Now, we have had over 20,000 people, and I think they told me 178 nations take this course. That just amazes me. And we get testimonies every single day of people checking off their goals. Well, I want you to be next. So all you have to do to get started is click the link in the description of this video, and you will get the entire course, which has my ebook and my e-workbook, Dream It, Pin It, Live It, plus the 6 videos for only $8. Now, I cannot wait to hear your story and all the dreams you're going to achieve in the new year. Okay, you ready for the third habit? It's yearn to learn. I'll explain. The third habit. Do you know what you are most likely to find by a wealthy person's nightstand? Books. Lots of them. You know, 88% of the wealthiest people in the world read for 30 minutes or more every single day. Now, in addition to reading, they also listen to motivational messages. Well, I want to challenge you to subscribe to podcasts like this one and push play every day. Go to Automobile University. That means you listen to audios during your commute. I read where 63% of the wealthiest people, they push play, and only 5% of the poor do this. We can do this, can't we? And hey, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, would you do that real quick? Now, all you have to do is push the play button and become a subscriber, and that way you will already be starting habit number 3 of consistently building yourself up to go after your dreams. And I want to say thank you so much for doing that. Now, I'm sure you've heard this phrase. If you're the smartest one in your group, you need a new group. If everyone around you thinks you're the coolest, the wisest, the wealthiest, the most successful, you're in the wrong company. Because you aren't growing if you're always teaching. You have to get around people who make you feel challenged and awkward and uncomfortable and a little uneasy and inadequate. Those are signs you're being stretched, you're growing. Get around people who make more money than you, who have a nicer, bigger, more organized home than you. Hang out with people who keep their cars more clean than you do and their bodies more fit. Go to lunch with people who eat healthier than you and budget their finances wiser than you. Why? Because you're growing. Learn from those who are doing more than you. It just stretches you to the next level. Following people who are proving success causes you to rise higher. I always say, don't let it intimidate you, let it inspire you. Now, what if you can't get around people of excellence who cause you to come up higher? Read their books, listen to their podcasts, take their courses. So what I've shared with you is the key to success. K, keep a planner. E, embrace the morning hours. Y, yearn to learn. Or you could even say KEY is keep educating yourself, right? So I want you to know God is setting you up for success. Don't feel sorry for yourself. Don't compare yourself to what others are doing or not doing. God is calling you to come up higher because His plan for your life, it requires this preparation. So I want to encourage you, get serious about preparing yourself in private. I heard a minister say, God can't use you publicly until you get victory privately. So get victory over your schedule. Get victory over sleeping in. Get victory over watching too much TV. Instead, turn the TV off and go invest in yourself. And I'm telling you, God is going to take your life to a whole new level. So be sure to get your vision board course for only $8 by clicking the link in the description, and I will be cheering you on to live your dreams.
Wow, wasn't that so good? I love how simple but powerful these habits are because small changes can lead to big results. Now, I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Which habit stood out to you the most? And if you haven't yet, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on life-changing content like this. Oh, and before I go, don't forget to grab that special offer my mom mentioned. The $8 vision board course, it's such a great deal, and I know it's gonna help you get serious about making this your best year ever. So just click the link in the description to get started. All right, thank you for hanging out with me today. Keep dreaming big, and I'll see you next time.
Join us for the Icing Women's Conference live experience in Dallas, Texas with terrisavellefoy. This is your time to grow in your relationship with God, gain the biblical tools you need to live your dreams, break free from limitations, and make 2025 your most extraordinary year yet. Join Terri and anointed guest speakers on April 4th through 5th for an unforgettable weekend that will inspire and empower you to step into your God-given purpose. Go to terri.com to register for the Icing Women's Conference today. We can't wait to see you in Dallas at Icing 2025.